Earl Skakel in the house. Whoa! Cause I'm the nature boy. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. I'm gonna get some pussy in this parking lot. Earl Skakel in the house. Cause I'm the nature boy. I mean, these Billy Idol fans, they be hoes. Trust me on that one. Maybe I'll interview one of those illegal t-shirt people.
Fuck yeah.
They're all over this place, man.
Skakel in the house.
Fuck yeah.
Then you might want to change the channel, because this is my stream. I'll talk how I want.
Earl Skakel. Earl Skakel.
USA, baby. Taking on the Slovaks.
I know.
It's just a warm up. A few minutes of this. Hit the like and subscribe button, baby. Earl Skakel is in the house. What up? I used to date a girl from Belgrade, Montana. I had to fly into Bozeman and drive to Belgrade. It did not last very long with that. Yeah, we don't do the Muhammad talk in here, so I don't do tricks for liking and subscribing. So, you know what? Go to someone else's stream. I don't like you already. Nighthawk. I'm a Nighthawk. Earl Skakel live. I just can't sleep right now, so I figured, I'll stream for a few moments. What up? Jenna is around. So thank you, hippie cowgirl. We got some real losers in the stream tonight. This is why I don't stream at this hour. Danish and O'Neill did not make up. And I don't think they ever will. It's too bad. I mean, we all love Danish and O'Neill. But, what can you do? I mean, this is a very tough business we're in, to be honest. It's hard to, get along with people for a long time. Yeah, I mean, I get along with both. It's just one of those things that, I still to this day don't know what, what happened. It's none of my business. And, what's my story? That's a long answer. My story is I'm a stand-up comic from Los Angeles, California. And, I just stream when I want to stream. I don't really stream at a particular time. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, Jeff, I think he had a few kids, and, O'Neill doesn't. I guess that had something to do with it in terms of time involved and time he could involve himself in, but I don't know. I'm guessing. I speak to both. I probably speak to Ryan a little more. And, I don't know. I mean, it's tough. I mean, Jeff and Ryan are super funny dudes, and, but this is a very, very tough business to navigate a partnership in. And, I mean, it's tough to do it by yourself. It's tough to do it with a partner. But, Bedard? I mean, Bedard's, he needs help. That's the thing right now that Bedard's struggling with is it's just him. So I think that, that's the thing is he needs help. He's got some good young players. It's like Celebrini has a lot of help coming to him in San Jose. Unfortunately, the way the NHL is structured, you have to be bad to get good. So, they got a good goalie in Spencer Knight. That's going to help. They've got a few good young defensemen. That's going to help. but he needs someone he can play with. I mean, Donato's good, but he's probably not the long term solution. Um, so what up, Hulk Hogan's tights? It's just going to be interesting. They're going to have a lot of good young draft picks, and they have a lot of draft picks. I mean, the Sharks are going to be fucking stacked. I mean, they've got tons of draft picks coming in, and they've got a lot of draft capital to make a trade. They've got a lot of salary cap because all their players are young and not making a lot. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Oh wow, that's great. Um, I mean, that was the best outdoor game. Absolutely. I mean, I think they've had 50. Yeah, Joe Thornton did deserve a cup. He just could never. I mean, it's tough, man. I mean, Marcel Dion played close to 20 years, never even came close to a cup. That's criminal. That Marcel. Now I'm older than you guys, so like, that's probably the most egregious thing. I mean, based on his talent. Um, but yeah, Thornton absolutely deserved a cut. And I mean, listen, the U.S. Listen, there's four great teams in the Olympics left. I mean, Canada's got the most talent on paper. U.S. probably has the best combo of talent and grit. And Finland's a good team. Don't sleep on Finland, man. They're a very good team. And all you have to do is have your goalie play one good game, and you beat someone like Canada. I mean, I think it's going to be U.S. and Canada. I mean, obviously, I want the U.S. to win. I mean, Canada has more like skill, but this is not a skills competition. So, you've got that first line for Canada. What is it? McKinnon, McDavid, and Crosby. Well, Crosby's not playing this game because Gudis hurt him, but you know, I think the U.S. could match up with that line with Eichel, who can skate with McDavid, and the Kachuk brothers, who'll just annoy the other two to death. So I mean, listen, it's not even really whoever wants it the most. It's whoever fucks up the least. They both want it. Um, no, I could not stand in the ring with Mike Tyson. But I did do a television show once where they had me get into the ring with some of Joe Goosen, who's a legendary boxing trainer, some of his best lightweights. They want to see if a guy who had no boxing experience could like get in there with like champions, and all four of these kids, and they were just kids. Now, granted, I probably outweighed them by 70 to 80 pounds. They all said I was the hardest hitter they'd ever faced. Yeah, and Blue Jackets, I thought a couple years ago when they had Pierre-Luc Dubois and Line that, wow, this team's going to be good for the next 10 years. But, see ya, hippie. Thank you very much. Hit the subscribe button too. That helps me out a lot. Um, and, the Blue Jackets, a great fan base, but they just haven't. I mean, they got probably the best defenseman in the league outside of McCarr. Decent goaltending, Fantilli's a great young player. The building blocks are there, but they just haven't. I don't know. Haven't been able to do it. No, I don't do shout outs. And I'm not that stupid, BLM. Do you really think I'm going to sit there and go, hey, shout out to I Love Anal? Oh, shit, I just did it. You got me. You got me. Yeah, I mean, Johnny Hockey, definitely losing him absolutely hurt. Tiga, yeah, get that coffee. I mean, that's just, horrible situation there. And, they'll be all right. You just, you know, salary cap's going up next year, so they'll have some play money. And, it's just one of those things that, every team's different. I mean, the Kings are primarily an older team. They just traded away their best prospect, Liam Greentree, for Artemi Panarin. I mean, Torts was, he's a good coach for like 2 to 3 years, and then players tune him out. You can't talk to pro athletes like he does. It's just not going to work, and they're always going to get rid of you. Although the Blue Jackets did trade Pierre-Luc Dubois, and he's bounced around the league, including a very short stint with the Kings. Line A, there's rumors of him maybe coming to the Kings. This is what his third, fourth team now. If he does come here, the Gavin Newsom gas prices are out of yeah. Tom Noonan really did pass. No, I don't do the fake RIP things. I mean, Tom Noonan, one of the great character actors of the last 40 years. I mean, good in everything. Great look, that tall, lanky, weird look. I mean, I don't know. I saw some gas today, $4.89 for 91, which is what I have to put in my car, but that's the cash price. I did not look to see what the credit card price would be. I mean, they're coming down a little bit, but I mean, Newsom, that was not a good movie, Last Action Hero. I think I auditioned for that movie to play a football player. Or no, that was The Last Boy Scout. My bad. So, yeah. Earl Skakel in the house. '93 octane. I didn't even know they made '93 octane. I know there's a gas station on the way to Malibu, and I think that it's like 100 or something. It's like some weird gasoline you put in super fast cars. I did not see Predator Badlands. I'm sick of these Predator fucking sequels and prequels, and they're never gonna top the first one. I mean, the first one was just so fucking magical, and you're never gonna top the first Predator. It just worked, and yeah, I mean, I know in Texas they're pretty cheap, but um, that's I'm not gonna live in Texas, so damn, I didn't even know you could have 93. But my friend who's a chemist, he told me there's structurally very little difference between 87 and 91. So, um, yeah, I mean, that's why I'm a fan of the movies that I like. If you watch Cobra, no CGI. I mean, I saw the last Fast and Furious movie I saw, they were in space. Like, I was like, I can't take this shit anymore. I wish I auditioned for Michael Mann. I'm trying to get an audition for the Miami Vice movie. I want to play Zito or Switek, but they're probably going to, go with bigger actors than me. So, but that'd be pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, Columbus has a nice, they have a nice, but I think that some of the best young teams. I think San Jose is going to be amazing in a couple years. Um, you get Fantilli, a veteran, like guy, like somewhat in his prime to like navigate. He's going to be amazing. I mean, he already is amazing. Um, I think that Utah is going to be good. They have a shit ton of picks. Um, what up, Iris? Yeah, I don't do shout outs here, man. This isn't a fucking morning radio show. Um, what the fuck? You want me to do sports on the tens and the 5 and 10s too? Um, I think the Ducks are going to be really good. They have a lot of good young talent. Philadelphia, if they can find the right coach. I don't think Tockett's the right coach. I mean, you'd think they would have looked at how he coached in Arizona and go, "We're not having this guy around kids," just because he likes veterans. So Predators are in a kind of a weird spot. They're not losing, but they're not winning. So do you hold on to Stamkos? Do you hold on to Marchessault? Do you hold on to O'Reilly? Um, what do you do a Hollywood minute in terms of what? I love Cobra. I mean, the movie makes no sense really because the bad guy was cut out of 90% of his stuff was cut out because the studio told Stallone the movie's too long. So Stallone just will put me in it more. So if you ever watch Cobra again, you'll realize the bad guy's really only in it for about 8 to 10 minutes. Yeah, I could do a Hollywood. You mean a Hollywood minute on YouTube? Yeah, I could do that. I mean, I could definitely do a LA comedy Hollywood minute, but I want to be. I gotta perform in some of these rooms too. So, um, there is a gossip website called Crazy Days and Nights that but it's all anonymous. So, did you watch Iron Claw? Yeah, I did watch Iron Claw. Yeah, Brian E. Thompson. I've had him on my podcast. Great guy, and he did a cameo for me. He didn't do one thing I asked him to do in the cameo, but it was so good I kept it anyway. The Iron Claw, I think, I give it 2 ratings. If you know the history of the Von Erichs and of world class championship wrestling, I give the movie about a 6.5 or a 7. However, if you're just a Zac Efron or a Jeremy Allen White fan, you don't know anything about the Von Erichs. You're just going there in the theater to see those 2 guys or one of them. I give it a 9. Um, they they took some creative liberties. I'll just say that. What about Anthony Cumia or Kevin Brennan? Oh, 100% they were cursed, but like in the movie, they didn't really explain why the curse started. And I think it was, Fritz von Erich's character was a Nazi. So maybe that had something to do with the curse. Iron Sheik #1. Bro, you think USA will attack Iran? I mean, it's looking like we are, but the problem is Trump doesn't really listen to his advisors. He's got the impulse control of a 2-year-old, so he might just say fuck it, which is kind of scary. That's why I voted for him in 2020. I liked that he was kind of a wild card, but now I can't stand him. Is Bret Hart top 10 or even top 5? I mean, I don't think Bret Hart is weirdly enough on anyone's Mount Rushmore. Like if you look at most people's Mount Rushmore, it's some combination of these guys: Hogan, Andre the Giant, The Undertaker, The Rock, Steve Austin, Ric Flair. You get a few votes for other people like Sting, but you'd really have to watch the Southern-based wrestling organizations. I mean, a lot of people didn't watch NWA or Georgia Championship Wrestling until much, much later. I don't know about that. Too Cold Scorpio. I just saw him wrestle in GCW about 6 months ago. I think, if I'm not mistaken, he wrestled the bad boy, Joey Janela. And he was really good. I mean, he's got to be in his early 60s, man. And he can kind of fucking move still. So that was kind of GCW is my favorite independent. My I mean, if you were to ask me who I think is underrated right now, hmm, that's a tough one because I only really watch AEW. But yeah, Too Cold Scorpio is very good still. I mean, he's definitely slowing down, but he did some kicks that were pretty fucking impressive. And Joey Janela, man, that guy, I've got new respect. Not that I didn't have respect for him, but like I've seen a lot of his GCW matches. He had a great one about a year ago with Andrade. Buddy Matthews, I think, is underrated. He's like, I would say he's like a bigger Omega, like more muscular Omega. Yeah, Nature Boy best on the mic by far. I think The Rock is up there. Hogan was good, but it was a lot of the same shtick. Come on, brother. But Hogan was also really good as a bad guy on the mic. So, very few people can say as a heel and a face they were good on the mic. Hogan was definitely, that first speech he gave as a bad guy, that was like wrestling 9/11, man. I've paid my dues. I've held my head high, and the reception I got when I came out here, you fans can stick it, brother. And that's when he really got into the truth. Because if it wasn't for Hulk Hogan, you people wouldn't be here. That's true. If it wasn't for Hulk Hogan, Eric Bischoff would still be selling meat from a truck in Minneapolis. And that's true. And if it wasn't for Hulk Hogan, all these Johnny come latelys you see out here, they wouldn't be here either. I was selling out the world, brother, while they were bumming gas to put in the car to get to high school. That's true. So, oh my God, that if they just would have stayed with the original three, it would have been awesome. I mean, I just think Iron Claw, like they didn't get into the last brother suicide, and I read where the producer was like, "Well, we didn't want to make it a sad movie." Well, it's already a fucking sad movie with three of the five brothers killing themselves. Um, you know, who? Ric Flair or Hulk Hogan? Yeah, I mean, if you look at, Florida had a great amateur, or not amateur, but like independent scene before WWE just started playing Pac-Man and eating up all the fucking territories. Um, Piper started in Portland. Tell you an underrated guy, great bad guy, and he's got the best shoot interviews on YouTube is Bad News Brown. Excuse me. He had some awesome. He's got a 2 hour interview on the internet. I'm trying to let me see if it comes up into my feed. I've watched it so much. I'm surprised it hasn't popped up um, into my stream, but it has not. I thought it might be. I mean, I've literally watched it so much. Um, so yeah, that's I don't see it, but yeah, Bad News Brown was a great bad guy. Legit, started in Calgary with the Hearts. The blue lights on the glasses are just a reflection of my iMac. Now, if I put it on the Skid Row feed, you don't get it. Or actually, do a little bit here. So let's go. Let's see what's going on in downtown LA right now. This is Skid Row, not the band, but downtown LA, right by where the Los Angeles Kings play. It's 41 degrees out, so it is cold. And it's supposed to be 60 tomorrow, 70 Saturday, 75 on Sunday. So it's going to warm up. What up? What up? We are the youth. Gone. Are we getting a Dave Saraway? Yeah, I mean, a lot of people came out. Piper came out of Portland. Portland had a great scene. LA had a good scene. The Golden Greek, John Tolos was like the Hulk Hogan of the LA scene back in the 70s. And Dave Saraway, that'll give me about two people. So, hey, just kidding, Dave. I've been to Calgary. I've played the Laugh Stop with Rob Schneider. Thank you very much. And yeah, it was fun. It was very cold. Not quite as cold as Edmonton or Winnipeg, but it was a snowstorm when we were there. And hey, I'll take it, Metal Gear Sol. I'll take it. Hit the like and subscribe button, baby. Any fan of Dave Serra is a fan of mine. I love me some Dave Serra. Um, Dave Serra plays that. I don't know what that is, A. Thompson. This is downtown LA. This is right by where the LA Kings play. Yeah, I mean, Andre the Giant is, I mean, he was just natural strength. I mean, when you're 7'5", 400 pounds, you don't have to really worry about too much. But, I don't think Andre the Giant probably literally ever went in the gym in his life, but that's probably also why his body broke down. Plus, being 500 pounds, I mean, like my knees hurt, and I'm in great fucking shape. Chris Jericho. No, you came pretty close. So there's one R and an H in between the C and the O. I mean, he's another one that obviously a legendary guy. Is he on? Big Show is not bigger than Andre the Giant. I stood next to the Big Show. He's a big guy, don't get me wrong, but Andre the Giant was a legit 7'4", 500 pounds. Of course, the biggest guy. I did not know that. Thank you very much. I'll check that out. Biggest guy ever in pro wrestling was Giant Gonzalez, who I believe was 7'8" and about 400 pounds. But he did not look 400 pounds because, yeah, the Giant wore that one piece kind of unitard thing. That, I remember when he first came in, they were saying he was Andre the Giant's son. It's one of my favorite angles, or whatever you want to call it. Great Khali was a big boy, but he was not. I think Giant Gonzalez was the tallest pro wrestler. Yeah, Vader was much better in NWA and Georgia Championship Wrestling. Yeah, I mean, Brock Lesnar's pretty impressive as a human. Have you seen his fucking daughter? His daughter is as impressive as he is. Just jacked. So Earl Skakel Live will go about another 10 minutes, guys. We'll go to 45 minutes. It's just a baby stream. And New Jack was the craziest wrestler of all time. I mean, he's definitely up there. I mean, I met him once at a comedy show I was hosting. It was in a bowling alley on Hollywood and Highland, Lucky Strike. And he sat in the front booth the whole time. He didn't fucking make a scene or whatever. And he gets up after the show. He looks at me and goes, "You a funny motherfucker," and then headbutts me, and then just walked out. No, this feed is not outside my place. Yeah, I mean, I was at the fight where Shane Carwin, I think it was in Vancouver, and Carwin must have landed 7 or 8 straight shots, and Lesnar just was laughing at him. And Carwin was a fucking big boy. Yeah, mass transit incident. That was definitely, not a good incident. The biggest mistake, and I don't think people get, is when you're a rookie in wrestling, or you're new to that company, or new to that, territory. You don't go in the locker room and tell probably the biggest veteran in the locker room at that time in ECW probably was New Jack. You don't go up to him and tell him what you want to do. That kid would probably still be around if he just would have gone up to New Jack and said, "Hey, man, I'm a last minute replacement, I think for Balls Mahoney or Big Dick Dudley, one of those. What do you want to do, sir?" And New Jack probably would have taken it easy on the kid. But, and then he asked New Jack to cut him, and you never ask another wrestler to cut you, you cut yourself. And New Jack had a surgical scalp. Oh, yeah, I can cut you. Um, oh, you're talking about the old guy he beat up. The old guy was definitely not in on who New Jack was because the old guy was no selling New Jack. And if there's a wrestler that I would recommend you don't no sell, it would be New Jack. That's not going to end well. But, that was the kids. Well, I mean, I think it's Crazy Joe was the other guy New Jack fought. Um, some old Hawaiian dude who was like 70, and his shtick was he could take insane punishment. And I don't think people explain that to New Jack. Hey, this is his shtick, because New Jack was pretty offended by it. But yeah, the mass transit thing is really. Is Jake Paul really suing Anthony Joshua for breaking his jaw? Apparently, it was in the contract. I mean, I mean, I don't know about that, but I mean, I'll take your word for it. But I don't know how you could sue someone in a boxing match for hurting you. I mean, I'll give Jake Paul this. He took on Joshua. But I also think Joshua almost lost by winning all those fights. You know what I mean by that? He was taking on these guys under super favorable conditions. Like, hey, I'll fight Ben Askren, who's a wrestler, but he can't wrestle. He has to throw punches. Well, Ben Askren's not a good puncher, nor is Tyron Woodley. Nate Robinson was an NBA player who never boxed, and all the other fucking stiffs he fought. It did not prepare him for Anthony Joshua. I'll trust you. Um, I mean, the Mike Tyson fight looked weird to me. Like the first round, I thought, oh shit, Tyson looks pretty good. And then there was a tie up toward the end of the first round. And you could tell Jake Paul said something to him. Now, I don't know what it was, obviously, but I'm going to guess it was something to the effect of, hey, bro, what the fuck are you doing? I didn't agree to this shit. And then the rest of the fight, it's like Tyson was shadowboxing with himself. So, well, I mean, the homeless, if you really want to blame presidents for the homeless, you could blame every president we've ever had. Biden did nothing for the homeless. Um, Bush did nothing for the homeless. Uh, Carter did nothing for the homeless. Reagan did nothing for the homeless. Clinton did nothing for the homeless. I mean, it's not just a Republican or a Democratic issue. Um, I have no interest in seeing Tyson fight ever again. Um, so, 5 more minutes, guys. We'll go another 5 more minutes. And then daddy has to go to sleep. So, because these people were homeless long before Trump got into office. For this particular group of homeless, I think Biden has more to blame than Trump. And I'm not a Trump guy. Um, uh, yeah, Catalano. No, thank you. Hey, man, that's my joke, Joseph. Come on, be cool, be cool. Don't be joke stealing in here. I'll put you on a one-way vacation, brother. Um, yeah, I mean, I sleep. I don't have a regular 9 to 5 job. My income, it's certainly not from streaming, but voiceovers, and I'm also in demand has a looper, which this is my personal camera. Yes, it is. Um, I do looping, which is, every movie that gets made, in post, they have to edit lines and add lines. So they hire a guy like me to do a male voice, and, I get paid. So key achievements for who? Crud. I don't mind talking politics, let's get into it. Hit the like and subscribe, but you got 3 minutes to make your case, and then I'm going to sleep. Um, yeah, basically, there's a homeless shelter right to the right, this wall right here. So that's why they're all here. Try get into, yeah, I would like to, um, what up, Big C? Who made your case? Crud? You got to like speak a little more clearly, Crud, because I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, listen, it's voiceovers are awesome to do, but they're also a very hard. I mean, I'm in the inner circle, but like now there's an inner circle to the inner circle, if you know what I'm saying. So it's got to be careful someone doesn't show their dick on the stream, YouTube terms of service. Now there's a dog down here. We don't do all caps in here, King David. I'm the dad on Tyler the Creator's The Jellies. I am ready for hockey. Let's go fucking USA, baby. Do I go to Figueroa myself? I do not. Um, well, I mean, you can get into voice. I mean, it's just I got lucky, and just Tyler the Creator saw me, and I was just incredibly lucky to get into it. And this looks like a Hackamania get together. So, but it is hard to break the inner circle because it's, you have to have a voiceover reel. You have to have good equipment to do a voiceover reel. I mean, I'm very lucky. I have a pretty good home setup. So, um, you know, I'm lucky in that regard. So, I mean, yeah, listen, you guys a Raider fan, Raider Nation, man. So, listen, all four teams have a chance to win. I mean, Canada can win, U.S. can win, Slovaks can win, Finland's got a good team, they've got good goaltending. So, what up, D Waiver in the house? Yeah, I mean, you need a great microphone, but, it also has to do, like, let me get away from this for a second. Like, let me lower this here. This is the best mic in the business for voiceovers. Now, what's under, this is just the windscreen, but what's underneath here is the Neumann T103 mic. I mean, beyond state of the art. But because of my hardwood floors, it's actually almost too advanced because with this mic, you could drop a cotton ball and you could hear it. So sometimes I have to use the lesser mics, the Shure mics, or this mic right here. So, I mean, this is a standard mixing board there. And then I've got the Zoom recorder. There's some residual checks right there. And, the mic, the good mic is a $1,200 mic. I mean, this isn't a great mic, but it's good in a pinch. This mic is so high tech and sensitive that I could literally, like, see this envelope here? Watch this. Listen for the sound this makes. Not a big sound, right? But in that microphone, it sounds like a bowling ball is being dropped. So, I mean, they have one that is, I mean, I've got the mid-level version of the Neumann microphone. They have one for about $7,000. But because I have hardwood floors, it doesn't really make sense for me to have that at the moment. So, it depends on your home. if you have carpet or some kind of insulation that, blocks the sound from bouncing off the walls, um, you know, um, yeah, let me see. This guy's got all, he's probably collecting cans. This is Los Angeles, California, baby. And this is literally blocks away from where the Lakers and the Kings and the Clippers play. They don't show you this part on the highlight reels. So, Earl Skakel in the house. Hit the like and subscribe button, pretty please. I wouldn't say LA is the fucking worst. This is probably the worst part of town, for sure. Right now it's 4 in the morning. It's 40 degrees out. These people are fucking cold. And, 100% it's sad. So, like this guy, you think this guy wants help? Is that Scatman Crothers? He's doing like a moonwalk or something. Yeah, he does have some swag. Um, so yeah, he's got to be cold. Like I'm cold and I'm in a fucking nice warm home. So you can imagine what. Yes, this is a Black History Month event. I cover Skid Row downtown area right before I end the stream. Um, Guys, I've already done an extra 3 minutes. I really should stop the stream right now. A 49-minute stream for no money. Yes, these are not crisis actors. What do you think this is? The Alex Jones show? Hello, No Rest for the Wicked. That's a good Ozzy album. I was a Jakey Lee guy, so I like me the Ultimate Sin. So Earl Skakel live in the house. I don't know if they're taking a dump. I don't see that, but I don't want to see that because that'll get my channel taken down. We don't do doo-doo jokes in here. D Waiver $1. Because D Waiver gave me $1, I will do an hour stream. So you guys can thank D Waiver. Thank you very much, D Waiver. You're the man. So we'll go another 10 minutes, guys, and then Earl Skakel be going to sleepy. So there we go. Get a white. It's pretty crowded out there right now. And thank you guys for the love and support. No spot at the Comedy Store this weekend, unfortunately. So I will be hunkering down, writing jokes, and hopefully figuring life out. I don't think Vince will return to wrestling. There's really not. Well, this is downtown LA. I'm sure we could get you a stream of Beverly Hills somewhere. Have I walked around Skid Row? No, I try not to. To be honest with you. Shmuel Buckman, he's the latest guy getting his 15 minutes of fame. Poor Scarlett. I don't think she realized that, the Dabbleverse, the flame is fleeting, baby. Shmuel Buckman seems to be the newest member of the 15 Minutes of Fame Club. So I hope he enjoys it. And, I've had a lot of experiences with women. I've had, many threesomes and all that stuff. I've never once looked at the guy I was having a threesome with and said, hey, bro, shit on her head, man. Oh, I did not know that. Oh, are they really? But, all those guys who talk about let's meet up and fight, they don't do shit. No one's fighting anybody. I mean, when I got heckled at Hackamania, I invited the guy up on stage. He all of a sudden couldn't walk. I was like, okay, you want to heckle me from the crowd? Say it to my face. And I wasn't going to hit the guy or anything, but, it's just funny. Is that Beetlejuice right there? I'm just kidding. No, Kevin's not fighting Shmuel Buckman. Yeah, I'd be in anyone's movie right now, to be honest with you. I'm not going to turn down work, I'll tell you that much. So I always laugh at these fight challenges. Um, yeah, Herman, you're definitely in the wrong stream. Um, yeah, I mean, I'm sure Vince doesn't strike me as a guy who is a great driver. Yeah, I mean, guys, we're getting some real zanies coming in the stream right now, so um, we're gonna. I mean, I'll do an hour because I'm a man of my word, but don't worry about how I have a live stream of Skid Row. My methods are my methods. Just hit the like and subscribe button. That helps me out. How about saying thank you for doing a stream at 4:12 in the morning instead of asking how I'm getting this feed? Um, you know. Thank you for your service. You're welcome, AB. You're welcome. I mean, I'm just, a thank you every now and then would be nice from people instead of bitching about the stream for free. Oh, for $1. I've made $1 in the last 54 minutes, and you guys are busting my chops. Shit. Be cool, man. Be cool. Is that Melton right there? Yeah, I mean, Vince was cutthroat. I mean, he did create something pretty fucking magical. But I always like wrestling when there's competition. I think it's great AEW's doing good. And I mean, I don't know if TNA is doing well. I mean, their TV deals on the AMC channel. Who the fuck watches that? So I do think it's always good when there's more competition. You know. Thank you, Debbie. I'd like to think I am cute. I mean, to have no moisturizer on right now at 4:13 in the morning. I do not look anything like John Reap. You better cleanse your glasses, baby doll. Now, Mark Ruffalo, I see the resemblance. John Cena, a little bit. But John Reap, what the fuck? I do use retinol, 1.5%. And I get it from various places. Retinol is very good, but the thing with retinol is you have to stay out of the sun when you use it because it's very irritating if you like have the sun. Retinol is just it's a serum that is supposed to help with the aging process. Men and women use it, so it's pretty good. Yeah, retinol it can be very irritating. So I always recommend doing a little dab. We got 4 more minutes, guys. 4 more minutes. This guy's definitely going to Hackamania, this guy. Is that Vince the lawyer? No, I'm just kidding. Is that Shmuel Buckman right there? No, I'm just kidding. So, I mean, I think most moisturizers and serums have a 2-year shelf life. And even then, you could probably use them. But it's obviously better to use them in that first year. So, Earl could totally tag mommy. I don't even know what mommy looks like, so I don't think I've ever seen her. So I don't know. I don't want to be. Didn't she fuck Vince the lawyer or something? I really don't want to be dabbling in Dabbleverse pussy. I'm good on that. Thank you very much, though. You know, that's a sad world, man. Very sad world, the Dabbleverse. I mean, I can't believe it's still going on, to be honest with you. I thought about a year ago, 2 years ago, it was getting old, but, now when it's down, who looks like Rhea Ripley? Mommy? I don't know. I've never, someone sent me a picture of her on Instagram. Yeah, I mean, you wouldn't want to, I mean, you can use retinol in the daytime, but you also don't want to sleep. Uh, that's when your pores get clogged if you, sleep at night. And, I always recommend putting on beauty products in the morning. Yes, this is Skid Row. The youth ain't going wild here. 2 minutes, guys. We got 2 minutes, so we're gonna get this off of Skid Row, and you guys are gonna have to look at my face for the next 2 minutes. Sorry about that. And we'll stream. I mean, technically, this is my Friday stream. I've been experimenting with different times and whatnot. Go 5 hours, not for $1. A. Thompson. I mean, Vince sounds and looks like shit. So there's, yeah. I mean, LA is really, it's taken down a lot of people. What up, Ryder? I think I've seen you in here before, but since you are new, unfortunately for you, you came in literally the last minute. So hit the like and subscribe button. And we might stream one more time today. It is Friday morning for me. Yeah, John, I've survived LA for sure. Not many people do, especially comedians. You come out here, you think you're going to be famous, and most don't. Most go home within the first year. So in that regard, I'm successful. No, I don't think Kiss tours anymore, to be honest with you. I think that they might do like conventions and stuff, but I am the people's comedian. I'm a fucking soldier, man. And I hope that you guys like my comedy. What about foster a dog? No, I'm not gonna get a dog anytime soon, A. Thompson. It's just too much for me. And like I was around 3 dogs tonight, and it took everything in my body to not cry in front of the people I was in front of. So, I mean, I don't know what my funniest joke is, to be honest with you. But, for those of you, I get a lot of, hey, dude, you're a stand-up comic. Why aren't you just doing jokes on your stream? I don't do jokes for free on my stream. But what is free is if you go on my YouTube page, and it's just my name, Earl Skakel. What up, Cold C? There's about 1,400 clips of my stand-up. So there's no excuse to not have an opinion on if I'm funny or not, because I have a lot of clips. Yeah, I do miss the dog walking streams, and I'm sure at some point I'll